still expect the former manager Mourinho to come back?
Concentrate on my job.
Very good response. Analysis to come, but Frank Lampard was once again Chelsea's match winner today. And the headline maker spoke to us afterwards about the landmark, goal number 203. We'll start with the team if we can. Chelsea in the Champions League next season, and also with a possible Europa League trophy to come as well. Strange old season, but it could be a very successful one, Frank.
Yes, yeah, I mean, similar to last year, really. I think we had a strange season. It was up and down at times, and we've been the same this year, but we find ourselves now with a huge week, and today was such a massive result for us because it secures that 4th place at least. So now we can rest and get ready to focus on Wednesday.
And from a personal perspective, 203 goals. Nobody in Chelsea history has ever scored as many goals as you. I mean, try and put into words how that feels as a footballer.
It's absolutely amazing. I never dreamed I'd get anywhere near 200. I mean, let alone 50 or 100 when I first came here. I was just pleased to be joining such a big club, and I've been very fortunate. I want to thank all my teammates over the years, from the minute I got here to the lads I'm playing with now, and on top of that, I want to thank the fans because they've been a huge support to me. And it was quite emotional, the feeling I got at the end there when your teammates are all sort of surrounding you like that, and when the fans were celebrating at the end. It was very emotional and very, very amazing day for me.
I was going to say, we've seen some wild celebrations from you over the years. Number 203 actually seemed a little bit muted. Were your thoughts with Bobby Tambling? Were your thoughts with your mother?
Yeah, no, I did get a bit emotional there. I always sort of dedicated my goals to my mum, and I lost her, a few years ago now, and time passes really quick, but she never goes far from my thoughts, so she would be absolutely delighted with that today. She was my biggest fan, along with my dad. Travelled everywhere with me, and she's always with me, so that's where I was with that one, really. And also, on a lighter note, I had a booking, so I didn't want to jump in the crowd and get sent off on my 203rd goal.
That would not have been the way to celebrate 203, would it? How many of those 203 can you remember, Frank?
I remember them all. I mean, if I sat down and went through them, I'd remember them all. I mean, there's obviously ones that stick out in your memory, the ones that win big games or have won us titles, and they're the great ones because they mean team and club success at the same time. That's why today was a really nice day for me to do it, because not only did it get my personal achievement, but it's got us in the Champions League, and with a club like Chelsea, and as long as I've been here, we need to compete at that level, so it's brilliant, not just for me today but for the club.
Can you remember all the way back to September 2001 when you got your first one for Chelsea?
Yes, I do. It was a European game, am I right there?
You are right. Do you know who it was against?
Yes, yeah. Was it Levski Sofia?
Correct, Mr. Lampard. Full marks for you, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Obviously, I study all my own goals and watch them every night. So.
And finally, Frank, can you see yourself ever pulling on another shirt other than Chelsea now?
Well, I mean, it's very difficult to say that, but at the moment, the way I'm playing, the team that I'm part of, with exciting young players, the association over this team, no. I want to stay here. I love putting the kit on from the minute I came at the club until the minute I left the pitch today. It's a very special feeling for me, so no, I want to continue doing that.
Well done, congratulations, 203 and not out. It's a wonderful achievement. We'll talk about him in a moment. You were there at Villa Park today, Dion, and so much to talk about from that game.
Yeah, incident after incident, and all sorts of stuff went on today, but Frank Lampard was outstanding.
And he was a match winner again, and you've analysed and had a good look at his game today. Robbie's had a look at work as well.
Yeah, 203 goals from midfield is just outstanding, and he does it week in, week out. He pulled out a few bits of what Frank does. He gets the ball in positions where he can see the play, and then he drifts into areas that he knows if nobody marks him. He's looked over his shoulder twice. His first touch is perfect, and he only wants his first touch to get a shot off. Look at him here, his hands are out to receive the ball, and then he thinks, well, I'm not going to get it now, I'm going to get into a better position to try and get another shot off. This time he does, wasn't closed down well enough, gets his shot off, scores an unbelievable goal. Receives it here, gets it. Look at his position, his body language. Give me the ball. He thinks, I've not got it again, I've got to find a secondary position. Again, another chance with his head this time. Superb Frank Lampard.
And in terms of his second goal and the winner today, you spotted something very familiar, something he does all the time.
Yeah, having the privilege to play against Frank Lampard lots of times in the Premier League, and what he does, he's on the move all the time, on his front foot, looking to drive forward. As a midfield player, you don't know whether to stay with him or pass him on. Fabian Delphia thinks, I'll pass him on to my centre half, but he shouldn't do that. He's got to stay with him. But Frank gambles all the time, gets in that area and scores the goals. again here. You know, Delphs, for me, who had a fantastic game today, has to stay with Fraternay. Can't pass him on, too short distance to goal. This is me in 2008. So he's been doing it. I've decided there, shall I pass him on to Darren Moore? I did. He's my man. I've lost him. My fault. Because you just don't know where he's going to end up. He's always on the front foot, looking to get into that box. Midfield player's nightmare. Do I pass him on? Do I stay with him? The moment you lose him, you're thinking he's going to score here, and it's your fault.
It's very good of you to pull that up, because he got a hat-trick in that game as well. I think he lost that 6-1, but sorry to bring it up again.
And we went down.
But there were so many key decisions in the game. We're going to try and work through some of them.